Okay, we have a lot of ground to cover in these next few segments, so we cannot wait at all. We have to get right into race number 10. This is the horse by horse preview of the Pegasus World Cup filly and mare turf. And we'll get started with Bailey right off the bat. Bailey, we have the number 1, Rakia, who's coming in off of a win in November at Del Mar. What are your thoughts about this horse's chances in here?
Rakia's win in the Goldacova was super impressive to me. This Irish-bred British race filly has just transferred to the Todd Pletcher barn here in the United States. Now, she is stretching out to 1.16 for the first time in her 8-start career, but she's a pretty quick horse. She's a very early speed type when we don't have a ton of those in this race. I think if she breaks sharp from that inside post, especially the way that the start and finish runs here at Gulfstream in this 1.16 distance, consistent 7-day work pattern, back-to-back bullets, 2 works back in like late December, early January down here at Gulfstream. She really likes the track, and she's one to watch for me for sure.
Major player here. The number 2, Pounce, likes Gulfstream Park. She can sit close. What do you think about Pounce's chances in here?
John Stewart's filly, 15-1 on the morning line. She won the Grade 3 Here Comes the Bride down here at Gulfstream last year in March. She's a little bit slower with some buyer numbers than other fillies and mares in the race here, but Dylan Davis really knows how to ride this filly and has an incredible run so far at Gulfstream since moving his tack down here. He's winning at a 25% win clip with an average ROI of $30. So don't count out Pounce just yet.
Be Your Best was off form, had not won in a while, and then recently put back-to-back victories together in graded stakes races. How do you think this one stacks up?
She's definitely been back to being her best for sure. I love this post draw for her. She might sit right behind Rakia, the number 1, based on her running style. Safi Joseph, of course, we know him. We love him. South Florida staple down here, especially with horses transferring back to his barn. I would take Be Your Best anywhere between 3 all the way up to 6-1.
Alexa, we'll move to you to talk about Watchtower here, coming off of a kind of a lackluster performance in the American Oaks.
Yeah, big long shot at 20-1, won the Grade 3 Auto Miss at San Diego in October, and has hit the board in 6 out of 8 starts, but did fall short when they stepped her up to Grade 1 company. I just don't really think she's fast enough to contend in here against a lot of these strong closers.
Fluffy Socks, you kind of know what you're going to get with her, right? She's going to drop way back. She's going to make that one late run.
Yeah, I've been a fan of this mare for many years. You know, she got 4th place in this race last year, missing by under 2 lengths. Since then, she's only won the Grade 3 Gallarette, but did hit the board in the Grade 1 First Lady at Keeneland. Here's the thing, like you said, she's a powerful, powerful deep closer, but when you're a deep closer in a big full turf race, you're liable to run into traffic and have too much work to do at the end. So I'm always rooting for her, but her typical rider, Irad, did opt for the 11, Bless My Stars here instead. So, take that as you may.
Chilean-bred Donna Clotta, kind of a wild card here too, a multiple Group 1 winner, just not sure where that form stacks up against a group like this.
Is a wild card, first race in the States for trainer Ignacio Correas. I mean, this is the toughest she's ever faced. And in a group like this with so many seasoned horses, it's hard for me to play a horse with so many unknowns.
Manushka is a little bit interesting here, the number 7. She's a deeper closer. She didn't get very much pace to run at last time. She faced a sharp horse named Kehoe Beach. If they go quick early, she can come running and she will pick up some pieces. 3rd start of the form cycle. Keep an eye on her. Right next door, Papilio, the Irish bred, had kind of tailed off form a little bit. That was a really good second behind Be Your Best last time out. I know this is kind of a wise gal horse, this 5-year-old mare now, who people are thinking can make some noise on Saturday. And then you have Ocean Club, probably a bit overmatched in this group. This is going to be one of the tougher groups that she's ever faced. She was behind Be Your Best last time out. I'm going to expect her to show some speed. I think she'll be forwardly placed in here and part of that early pace. And then Bailey, I'll set you up for your top selection in here, the number 10, Sacred Wish.
The number 10 Sacred Wish, this 5-year-old mare is an absolutely game race filly. George Weaver's horse, especially with John Velasquez in the irons, who comes back to ride today, really loves to press that early pace. She's going to press the number 1 Rakia, and I think is going to come flying home at the end. For me, I'm all in on the 10 Sacred Wish.
Alexa, why don't you finish us up with Bless My Stars and see you around?
Yeah, Bless My Stars, 8-1 morning line, as previously mentioned. Hall of Fame jockey Irad Ortiz opted to hop aboard this mare instead of Fluffy Socks. Interesting choice considering how much lighter a resume she has. But she's been out one time in the U.S. a month ago in a Grade 3 at Gulfstream, got 6th place by 1 3/4 lengths. Similar to Fluffy Socks, is a closer in here. Personally, I like Fluffy Socks more. The 12 is See You Around at 20-1, another long shot with 2 U.S. starts. Big improvement in her second start, winning here at Gulfstream, but it was a step down in class, and I do think probably a bit of a cut below some of the other major contenders in here, has really slow workouts as well in preparation for this race.
There's your field for race number 10 on Saturday at Gulfstream Park. It's the Pegasus World Cup Filly and Mare Turf. Now we'll take a look at selections, who we're going to put on top in this race. How are we going to approach this race? So we'll start ladies first. Both have the 10 on top. Bailey, talk to us a little bit about the way that you stacked them up behind Sacred Wish.
Like I said, so the number 10 Sacred Wish, definitely my top pick. I think she's in rare form coming into this race. Be Your Best, the number 3, Sappy Joseph, knows what he's doing, and especially knows what he's doing with this filly down here in South Florida. Donna Clota, the one that's shipping in from South America, could be a little bit of an unknown here, especially like you mentioned, Alexa. She's facing older, tougher horses for the first time in her career. I feel like these South Americans really shine, or they totally flop for their first start in the U.S. So I'm going to take a swing with her underneath, followed by the number 1, Rakia, that Todd Pletcher filly, who's had a great form after coming off the win in the Grade 3 Goldacova at Del Mar. Gets Frankie Dettori back to ride, who I get a chance to speak with later this afternoon. So maybe you'll have to check my Twitter to see if my opinion changes after that.
Nice. So Alexa, you're going to have the same one on top, but a little different behind.
Yeah, I saw this race really close between Fluffy Socks, Rakia, and Sacred Wish. I think there is a chance Rakia gets out and wires the field and wins and no one catches her because there's just not a ton of pace in here. But I do think Sacred Wish has the best chance to get the most desirable position out of those 3 horses with the running style in here. You know, Fluffy sometimes, like I said, can get caught behind and have too much work to do. So I put Sacred Wish over Rakia, Fluffy Socks, and then a little bit of a long shot with Ocean Club, the 9.
Lots of similarities between the 3 of us. I kind of agree with that sentiment, Alexa, in that maybe Rakia, Fluffy Socks, and Sacred Wish, kind of that top tier of horses in here. And they all kind of have different running styles too. Sacred Wish kind of versatile. Fluffy Socks going to drop way back. Rakia probably more forwardly placed. I'll throw in a long shot in the mix, the number 2, Pounce, who is very good at Gulfstream Park, has some tactical speed, can sit close. I think will save all the ground from down on the inside. So Bailey, thank you so much for hanging out with us. Look forward to seeing you out at the track on Saturday.
Thank you so much. You guys have a great day, and we'll see you around.
We'll take a quick break. When we return, we're going to bring in Samantha Perry. We're going to talk about race number 11, the Grade 2 inside information on Saturday over at Gulfstream Park.